Welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is lamb kebabs with homemade pita bread and tzatziki. The ingredients you need are lamb mince, 1 small onion, parsley, mint, cinnamon, dry oregano, dry cumin, sweet paprika, yeast, Greek yoghurt, cucumber, bread flour, salt and ground black pepper. First step to do is to prep all your ingredients. I'm going to start off with weighing out the ingredients for the bread. So you're going to weigh out the bread flour. First step is to weigh out your bread flour. I'm going to weigh 250 grams. I am using my talking scales. That will do. Once you have weighed out your bread flour, you're going to place it in a mixing bowl and you want to give it a good tap so you get it all out. Next step, you want to put some not hot but not cold water in a jug and you want to add in your yeast. And with your fork, you want to give it a little bit of a stir so it evaporates. So just give this a stir for a minute or two so it all binds in and dissolves. So you can make your bread, your pita bread. Get all the way around. Just give it a good stir for 60 seconds. Next up, you want to put a pinch of salt in with your bread flour. And with your knife, you want to give it a little bit of a stir. In a minute you add in your water and yeast and then you want to bring it all together. Now you're going to add in your water and yeast to your bowl with your bread flour and salt and you want to properly bind this together with your knife. Get all the way round. So we're just binding it all together. So what you do next is you want to get some cling film and place it over your bowl like I have done here. Then you're going to place it to one side and let that prime up for 20 minutes while you start making your lamb kebabs. And then you'll be able to roll out and make your little pita bread. Okay, while your bread is now just waiting to get rolled out and priming, you're going to make your lamb kebabs. So you're going to start off with chopping your onion. So what you do is you first chop your ends off. I like to flatten it so it's more easy to chop. Then you chop it down the middle, and then you chop the other ends off. And you want to peel 2 layers of the skin. Once you have peeled and chopped your ends off your onion, you first want to slice it, but not all the way down. Then you want to turn it around and you want to finely dice it into little pieces. But always be careful with your fingers. And just go through them again if they haven't chopped all the way through. You want a small onion when you're making lamb kebabs. And once you've got nice small pieces of onion like that, you want to place them in your little mixing bowl. Next step, you're going to prep your parsley. So you're going to open your parsley, and parsley will have stalks on. So you're just going to rip them off the stalks and place them on your chopping board like this. And you just want to finely slice them so they're nice and fine. So you bring them together and you just want to give them a good chop. Will give flavour to the kebabs. So you're just chopping it really fine. Must be careful with your fingers you don't cut yourself using a sharp knife. You do it one more time, one last turn. Once you've got nice little pieces like that, you place them in the mixing bowl with your onions. Now you're going to start making your lamb kebabs. You first place your lamb mince in your mixing bowl. Just break it up with your wooden spoon. If you need to add in more lamb mince, you've got some more here, but to see how you go first. Now you're going to add in your parsley and onion. Get it all out. And you want to bind this into your lamb mince. Get all the way round. Then we're going to add in the spices and herbs in a minute. Now you're going to start adding all your herbs and spices. You start off with a small teaspoon of dried cumin. A teaspoon of sweet paprika. a teaspoon of cinnamon, dry oregano, a little teaspoon, you want to also add in some ground black pepper, and then you will give this a good bind together with your hands. But it's up to you how spicy you like them, so that's why I've only just put a little teaspoon of each in if you're making for other people. But it's up to you how strong you have your seasonings. So now you're going to get your hands in and you're going to proper bind it all in to the mince. This will give flavour. So you're making like little patties when you bind them all together. So after when you have binded all your herbs and spices into your mince, onions and parsley, you want to split it into 6 medium-sized balls. Then you're going to get one and place it on your chopping board, and you're just gonna flatten it into a rectangle shape, and just keep patting it down till you think you've got a perfect size. You don't want to flatten it too thin, but just a little bit so you can see so it's nicely patted out. Then you're going to get a skewer and you're going to place it right through the middle of your mince and bring it out the other side. Be careful, it has a sharp end. So just keep pushing it in. Once you've pushed it in, you just want to bring your mince and push that in a little bit. So you're pressing it into the skewer and bringing the mince up a little bit. Once you have done it, you're going to place it on a baking tray. You're going to grease it with some butter, and then you're going to place it next to your other ones, and then you do it again till you have nice 6 kebabs. So I'll show you how I did that. You first get another piece of your bind mixture with your mince. You want to first place it on your board, and you just want to pat it out using your palm of your hands and pat it down. You have some small ones and also some big ones. Then you get your skewer, and then you're going to place it through your mixture. Be careful of the sharp blade on the end. Then you're just going to press it up. Like that. Give it a little pat, and then you're going to place it on your board, your tray, with your other kebabs. And you're just going to place them like that, so they've got like a tiny little bit of room, and you finish off doing the rest of your kebabs. Next step is to switch on your oven. Using my bump on to tell me which one is the oven. And you want to set this to 190. That I have set that to 190. Let that just preheat up for a few minutes before you place your skewers your kebabs in the oven, so they go nice and brown and cook all the way through. They will take about 20 to 23 minutes. You keep an eye on them. We will place them in the oven in a minute or two when it has heated up. While you're waiting for your oven to heat up, you're going to start making your tzatziki. It's like a sauce what you put over your kebabs. You put 2 teaspoons of Greek yogurt, in a mixing bowl. Get a good tap. Just give a little mix. So what you do next is you chop your end off your cucumber. And you probably only need about a third. Then you chop it down the middle. Then you take the wrapper off. Put one half to one side for a minute. You chop it down the middle again, and you want to finely dice it into little pieces. Should have nice fine pieces of cucumber like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your bowl with your Greek yogurt, and you've just ripped up all your mint, and you're going to place your cucumber also in the bowl, and you'll add a little bit, and you'll do the rest of your cucumber, and then you'll give it a good stir, and then all the water will reduce, all the water from the cucumber will bring out the flavour from the mint. And now you've added all your cucumber, you want to give this a good stir. You want to get all the way round. Pat it off your spoon, off the side of your spoon, sorry. And you just want to keep mixing it, so all the flavours are starting to coat and marinade and bring out the flavours. Now you're going to place your kebabs in the oven to cook for 20 to 23 minutes. You place them in the oven, and you close the door. Keep an eye on them while you finish off doing your other jobs. So what you do is, once your dough is nicely proved, you take it out, and you want to give it a good toss in plain flour so it all binds together. And then you want to break it apart into little pieces like I've done here, and then you just want to give it a little pat. Press it down to make it into a round shape. Once you have done that, I have greased a tray with some butter, and you're just going to place it like that. You're going to leave a gap in between because it will rise because of the yeast, and you keep doing it again. So I'll show you how I did that. Just bring it in with your hands, make it into a ball, and then with the palm of your hand, just pat it out to the shape you want. So that'll be enough. Then you're going to place it on your tray, but leave a gap, and and then give it a little tap. Next step, you're going to put your pita bread in the oven so they can rise and bake for 10 to 15 minutes. You want to keep an eye on them. You close the door, wait for them to finish, and I show you what you do at the end. So once your pittas are nice and cool, you first want to cut them down the middle. So all you've done is you made it like a little bit of a pocket. You can either keep it, and then what I did was I just chop your kebab in half. Then you're going to place your kebab inside your pita bread. Just like that, and then you're going to get a little bit of your tzatziki. And you're going to place it on top of your meat. And then you just want to press it down. Like that. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming soon.